The New York Times called it wonderfully raucous and emotionally charged. The Boston Globe said flat out electrifying. And folks, they are talking about the explosive Broadway hit American Idiot, which is now showing one more night, folks, at Pope Joy Hall. And joining me this morning is a member of the Idiot family. Kind of sounds weird to say it. Mariah McFarland. Mariah, we had your cohort, Casey O'Farrell, on this morning.
We did.
Appreciate you joining us.
Thanks
I know you
for
guys are
having me.
very busy. And I know that this is kind of early for a theater actor, so.
You know, our bus calls are much earlier than this.
Oh,
most
good.
days, so
Okay, then I don't
not
feel so
bad.
So what makes American Idiot so groundbreaking?
This show tells a story that's not told ever, really. It's never a show I've seen before. It sort of tackles issues that aren't very glamorous and are more relatable to people. And I think that's what really resonates with people, is that it's a spectacular visual production, but set to a story that's not so spectacular. It's more really guttural and emotional, which is what I really love about the show.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, of course, music, it's based on the Green Day music, the album American Idiot. And when the album was released, I believe it was 2003, it was a very electric, in a very emotionally charged album. So I can only imagine that the musical,
yeah, as well.
Very much, yeah. Well, so what can our audience expect when they see this show?
You can definitely expect, it's not for all audiences. I mean, we do have kids come, but it's something to be prepared for, that it's a very realistic production that tackles things like, you know, you got your drugs, you got your sex and alcohol, those sorts of things. But you can expect it's a lot of fun, and be prepared to sort of have the concept of your face melting in a rock concert is sort of similar to this, because it's like we have these giant speakers, and we just try to have a lot of fun with, you know, each other on stage as well as the audience. We love as close as we can get. When the theater is like Pope Joy Hall, we're right there with them, and we love that, because it's just, you can expect to have a lot of fun and be sort of taken by everything. There's always like 4 different things going on stage. It's very ADD that way, and you can always expect to have a lot of fun with that. Yeah. For sure.
Well, and I think, to me, that's one of the great things about theater, is that we're in the room with you. We're right there. Anything can
that's what I
happen.
love.
Well, so tell us a little bit about the character you play.
I play Heather. She is one of the 3 girls to the sort of 3 men characters. They each have a sort of significant other they find along the way. And the women in this show are very interesting, because they are the decision makers, sort of. I've never been in a show that portrays women in the way that they're portrayed in this show.
Really?
And Heather is Heather's the teen mom with Casey O'Farrell, who was on earlier. He's my significant other in the show. And she sort of has to make all the decisions. As a lot of the girls in the show, they have to make the decisions in the show and get things moving, because the guys are just sort of a mess.
Right.
And the girls are really the ones that, you know, are portrayed in such a strong light, that there's no heroes, there's no like fantastical happy ending for any of them. It's very real. Women are still fighting today, and it's the same way in the show. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so like I said, this is a touring production. This is the last night that our New Mexican audience can go see it. So tell us a little bit about how we can get tickets, the time, and where it's located.
It is located at Pope Joy Hall. And it is at 7:30 p.m. tonight. Tickets should be on the Pope Joy website or on our website, AmericanIdiotTheMusical.com.
Okay.
And they should be right there for you.
And they should be right there. And so hopefully there are still some tickets, because I'm sure they're going to start selling out.
I would like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Mariah, so much for spending part of your morning with us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. And thanks for bringing American Idiot to New Mexico. And safe travels. Best of luck on the remaining dates of the tour.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.